A dangerous chase for a stolen truck from Simi Valley to Santa Monica. The chase began in Simi Valley and quickly entered West Los Angeles despite heavy afternoon traffic. Simi Valley Police said the agency initiated a pursuit on Highway 118 after receiving a report of a stolen vehicle in the area of Tabo Canyon Road and Alamo Street.
He is heading straight towards the ocean, and there is lots of pedestrian traffic at this time of the day as he comes up on more cross traffic, running every single red light, Mark and Colleen. The tension here is through the roof. Down there and up here in the helicopter. I am very nervous about this one, guys. That's southbound Arizona, or southbound 7th Street from Arizona, now back on Santa Monica Boulevard. We'll see if he takes the boulevard right through Santa Monica Boulevard, continuing southbound 7th here, heading towards the 3rd Street Promenade. LAPD with their airship right overhead. If they do have to pull off, at least they've got the helicopter to call out the position there, and then they can move local units into the area once this pursuit comes to an end, if it just gets too dangerous. Now he's in a bike lane, using that bike lane here on Broadway at 5th Street. More pedestrians. Look at this, people running out of the way, continuing westbound on Broadway now, past 4th Street, through another red light. Look at all the people here, guys. This is so dangerous. Coming up on the promenade, coming up on the 3rd Street Promenade, or one more block. He's at the promenade. Lots of pedestrian traffic, people running in all different directions as he is now only 2 blocks from the beach. He will be forced to get onto Ocean or PCH here in just a second. More pedestrians. Lots of cross traffic. Sorry, guys. There's a dog there. Simi Valley continuing this pursuit. You have to wonder, we have to wonder at this point what this driver is wanted for, because there's going to be a whole lot of questions here in a second. We are in the busiest part of Santa Monica, right by the Santa Monica Pier, guys, as he continues now southbound on Ocean Avenue, one of the most heavily dense areas of the city and one of the most populated with tourists, as he now makes a wild left turn past a construction vehicle here on Olympic, off of Ocean, and now continuing now in the opposite direction, going now eastbound away from the beach and going the wrong way now on Olympic. Taking the freeway. That's the on-ramp, and that'll put him on the 10 freeway here, I think. Oh, collision there, sideswiping an innocent vehicle, and he keeps on going. Sideswiping that vehicle, keeps on going. Simi Valley right behind him once again in hot pursuit here. That was not the entrance He ended up bypassing the entrance and is now still on surface streets. Continuing on surface streets down Olympic Boulevard here, again missing another opportunity. That was another entrance ramp that he just missed. This would be a better spot for a pit maneuver if that go-ahead has been given here, but he is now crossing over the 10 freeway, going northbound 11th, and it does look by my eye that that primary unit is going to attempt a dangerous pit maneuver with a top-heavy vehicle. Those are also usually deterred, but in this case, they are a little bit desperate here to get this person off the road as safely as possible, but they are, again, dealing with a lot of extraneous circumstances here, with the potential for collateral damage almost everywhere you look here in the heart of downtown Santa Monica, paralleling the train tracks here, doing about 60 miles per hour down Colorado, and going back towards the beach. Because again, he's going westbound now. He's done a full circle through this part of Santa Monica, and Simi Valley is still right behind him here. Almost showed signs of a pit maneuver. They didn't quite have the opportunity there, and now he's just another block or two, about 5 blocks, I would say, from the beach. He's getting out, dumping the vehicle, more, ramming into more cars. The driver out of the vehicle, he's running for it. One driver now on foot after crashing into a bunch of cars there. A chain reaction crash there as he continues running down Colorado Avenue at Main Street towards the beach, now coming to, it looks like he's behind this building here, and there he is. He's still on foot. He's running like heck to get away from that unit. There are going to be a number of units closing in on him at any second here as he continues crossing through traffic here, running as fast as he can, again heading straight through onto the Santa Monica Pier. He is now at the Santa Monica Pier, going around a barricade here, and now running onto the pier. Santa Monica Police are here. Simi Valley Police are here. He is now giving up, proned out at the Santa Monica Pier, tasers out, and this one coming to the best end possible. We can hope that everybody in that crash was okay, but now you have police with the suspect at taser point, his hands behind his back, and the chase is over. But man, that was about as heart-pounding as it gets, especially with all of that pedestrian traffic here in downtown Santa Monica. Just unbelievable stuff. A lot of damage, absolutely. Sideswiped somebody there as he was paralleling the 10 freeway, and then when he finally was showing signs of jumping out of the vehicle, he basically rammed into a bunch of people stopped at a red light. They crashed into each other. They're going to have a little bit of whiplash, but I think those should be minor injuries just based on from what I saw there. But now they have the suspect in custody. He is being taken off of the pier, and these tourists are in for quite a show here. I mean, this is a bit more than they bargained for today, but thankfully nobody else is hurt here. This could have been so much more dangerous because that vehicle is a very dangerous, very heavy vehicle, and he was running through every single red light in Santa Monica. Right pedal, Ryan. You here? Look at that. And right where it ended, look at that. Those three cars stopped at the red light, bicyclists everywhere, bike paths everywhere, pedestrians, tourists, train tracks. I mean, this is about the most dangerous spot for a chase like this to end, and thankfully it was not worse. We just have to be very thankful that this didn't end any other way, and he finally just jumped out of the vehicle. But the way he was driving and the way he was being pursued by Simi Valley, it's going to be so interesting when we find out what this person was wanted for and what led to this dangerous and reckless pursuit. Really aggressive by all parties here, but obviously there was certainly, most likely, some very good reason for it because he is finally being taken off the streets for some unknown reason, which we will find out. But man, you've got to wonder what it was. Yeah, and we came really close. I think we came really close to almost seeing one or two pit maneuvers. I think the go-ahead was given there because they were certainly positioning for a pit maneuver, and there was at one point they actually might have even had an opportunity on an empty stretch of Olympic Boulevard, but in any event, they weren't quite able to execute that for safety reasons, and now you can see the damage left behind here, that work truck, which you have to wonder whether it even belongs to him or whether the truck itself is stolen.
He eventually exited Highway 405 onto major streets and sped through other vehicles in the Santa Monica area. At one point, the truck struck a car and nearly struck pedestrians crossing the street. The chase ended when the wanted driver rear-ended a car on a busy street and exited the truck. He attempted to flee from police, but quickly surrendered at the Santa Monica Pier without incident. Witnesses recorded on their cell phones the moment two police officers placed the suspect in handcuffs. The stolen vehicle belonged to World Appliances Heating and Air Conditioning in Santa Clarita. Shortly before 7 p.m., the Los Angeles Police Department and California Highway Patrol called off the search for the driver, despite unconfirmed reports that the license plate had returned to a home 2 blocks away. Earlier in the afternoon, 3 shoplifting suspects from Ventura County were arrested after a chase that reached speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Just an hour later, Simi Valley Police arrested a man in a stolen work truck who nearly struck several pedestrians while attempting to flee on the Santa Monica Pier.
I believe so. I've yet to see the airship overhead. I can check with my pilot, Jim Pollard, on that. But he's gone into this parking structure, has not come out that we've seen. Now, it might have abandoned the vehicle on foot. We're trying to get directly over the parking structure so we can see both sides of it. But at this point, no sign of that vehicle coming out of here. And as far as the CHP, I think he left them behind on the freeway because he was using that shoulder so often at the 170 and 101 interchange. It was difficult for those CHP units to stay in the pursuit directly behind him.
Well, we are